Several actors have recently opened up about their experiences in cults during their formative years. Many of these celebrities were children when they became involved in these groups, and as they grew older, they reflected on their past and shared their journeys to escape. Bethany Joy Lenz has detailed her experience in her new book, Dinner for Vampires: Life on a Cult TV Show, while also in an actual cult. While Glenn Close discussed her background on the Apple TV Plus series, The Me You Can't See. Discover the struggles they faced and what it took for them to break free. While portraying Haley James Scott on One Tree Hill from 2003 to 2012, Bethany Joy Lenz was part of a small, ultra-Christian sect led by a pastor in Idaho that exerted considerable control over her life, including her career and finances. In her new book, she shares her full story. "I don't see it as courageous," she stated in an interview with People about her choice to share her experiences. "I view it as significant. Remaining silent about the pain I went through doesn't help anyone." Lenz revealed that, despite her OTH co-stars' concerns, she dismissed their worries. "I was like, no. Cults are strange," she recalled telling Craig Sheffer when he questioned her about it, adding, "Cults are people in robes chanting odd things and drinking Kool-Aid. That's not what we do." She eventually married a fellow member of the group, and they had a daughter, but in 2012, she realized it was time to leave both her marriage and the cult. After spending a decade in the group, which cost her millions from her successful television career, she left and has spent the past 10 years recovering. Joaquin Phoenix was born into the Children of God cult, with his parents, Arlene and John Lee Phoenix, being prominent members before leaving when he was just 3. In a 2019 interview with Vanity Fair, the Joker actor shared that his parents were considered archbishops for the group in Venezuela and Trinidad. During a 2014 discussion with Playboy, Phoenix described his family's involvement in the cult as innocent initially, but they quickly recognized its disturbing practices. They received some sort of letter suggesting they leave, and they were like, "Forget this, we're out of here," he explained. "I think they were idealists looking for a community that shared their beliefs and values." Rose McGowan also spent part of her childhood in the Children of God. Reflecting on her experience, she told People, "Like many cults, we were isolated from our families. No newspapers or television. They kept us in the dark to ensure compliance." She recalled witnessing the group's treatment of women and decided early on that she didn't want to follow that path. "The women were there to serve the men sexually. Men could have multiple wives," she said. Eventually, when her father learned about the cult's advocacy for child-adult relationships, he and Rose fled. Glenn Close shared her own experiences, explaining that her father joined a conservative religious group called Moral Rearmament when she was just 7. The family lived at the group's Swiss headquarters for 15 years. "It was basically a cult," Close stated in The Me You Can't See. "Everyone parroted the same ideas, and there were strict rules and a lot of control. It was quite terrible." She admitted that her time in the cult deeply affected her ability to form lasting relationships, leaving her psychologically traumatized. "Due to the emotional and psychological damage caused by the cult, I have struggled to find a permanent partner," she said. "I believe we are naturally inclined to connect with others, but I think you can become aware of your triggers and avoid situations that could make you vulnerable, especially in relationships." Michelle Pfeiffer encountered a controlling couple who promoted breatharianism when she moved to Los Angeles at 20. Although she wasn't living with them, she spent a lot of time there and felt pressured to pay for their services, leading to financial strain. She later realized she was in a cult while researching a movie about the Moonies, followers of the Unification Church. "I clicked when speaking with an ex-Moonie. He described psychological manipulation, and it struck a chord," she shared. India Oxenberg endured 7 years under the NXIVM cult before escaping with help from her mother, actress Catherine Oxenberg. She faced physical and emotional abuse, including branding, forced sexual encounters, and starvation. "I would punish myself with exercise, thinking I ate too much, so I have to walk 20 miles, she recounted. As a leader in NXIVM, Smallville actress Allison Mack directed Oxenberg to weigh herself and report every calorie she consumed. Mack was later convicted of racketeering and conspiracy, serving 2 years in federal prison.